Hello world, Christina here, and today we're going to be doing some gesture drawings of jesters. So let's get started. Alright, so today we're going to be doing gesture drawings. And for those of you who aren't familiar with artsy stuff like that, basically a gesture drawing is taking a person in a untraditional pose of some sort and drawing them to the best of your ability just by looking at the person or picture of a person and then drawing it on your piece of paper. And basically it trains your brain into understanding how anatomy works, how the shapes of a body work, how the motion of a body goes, and where the lines of motion in a person are. And basically by putting someone in a pose that isn't like standing still or sitting or something that's very simple and can be used in a lot of different applications, you're putting them in more crazy positions so that you can kind of see how the skin moves and the muscles, and there's a lot of different reasons to study gesture drawing, but it's always a good exercise that is suggested by good artists out there and art teachers all over the place. So I thought I would try my hand at it. As I talked about in my Mark Brunette video, I have not really practiced art in the same way that I should be, and this was a step towards doing exercises that are good for my art in that way. And so I really wanted to do something like this for fun and to up my skills as an artist. So I thought I would take something like a gesture drawing and make a pun out of it. And this actually was a suggestion from Fluffy_Snowfall on our Candio Arts channel months and months and months ago. It was just a pun that she threw out there, and I thought it was so terribly adorable that I had to just play with it and have fun. And so I kind of did a hybrid between these gesture drawings and putting them in like Harlequin clothes, basically. I think it turned out pretty great. I really had a blast putting them together, and I think it wasn't as dynamic as I expected it to be because it's not exactly a character drawing, which would normally be how you would approach making jesters, but it was more of a study of anatomy and more of that side of the exercise. I guess I should say it was a mishmash between style and object or subject, and that kind of created a little bit of a dissonance, but I think that it really turned out pretty great. I think I got a better understanding of where I am in the process of understanding anatomy and musculature and all of that good stuff, and I found out that I'm actually kind of farther along in understanding anatomy than I thought I was. I really didn't think I had a clue about anatomy, and doing these sketches kind of helped me understand that I do, especially female anatomy. Male anatomy might be a totally different beast, but we'll get there eventually. It blew my mind a little bit. I was very proud of myself making those sketches, and then putting the jester clothes on them kind of erased a lot of that, but the whole point was to be punny and have a little fun with it, so I'm not beating myself up about it. It's just kind of funny. But the original gesture drawings, I think, turned out really well, and I'd be curious to have somebody critique them that is a little bit more seasoned with gesture drawing. Most of it went very smoothly, and the only thing that I really struggled with were the feet and the toes. Usually people have socks or shoes on, so to understand the anatomy of the foot from different angles that I'm used to seeing it in was a crazy challenge, and I don't think I fully got them at the end, but I think it was a very good attempt, and it might just be one of those things where instead of doing hand drawings like a lot of artists tend to do, maybe I need to do foot drawings. And I don't think Twitch will let me do that because of foot fetishes, but I will have to do it in my free time. Yeah, so there isn't a whole lot to say on this one. I did the sketches in one stream and colored them in another stream. Basically just did a value painting like we've talked about on the channel, and kept the line art in there because that was kind of the point of the whole thing, wasn't to do a crazy realistic drawing. It was more to do these 3 drawings within 2 hours and then to just color them in for the fun of it, more or less, because jesters have to be colorful, right? So I really enjoyed these. I really did. So thank you so much to Fluffy Snowfall for putting that out into the world. It was just a gem of a comment and I had to take it and run with it. You can find Fluffy on twitch.tv/Fluffy_Snowfall. And she is an absolute darling and a nerd and an amazing human being that you should check out. A combination of people's various thought processes and the way that they see things, their points of view that I want to really understand. So this one I am very open to critiques, so let me know. Again, like, subscribe, don't forget to drink some water, seriously. And I'll give you 1,000 experience points for getting to the end of this video because it really does mean a lot. Thank you so much to my patrons, Mark, Nathaniel, Twyla, and Liam. You guys are rock stars, and I will let you get on with your day. Peace.